Hi folks, Doug here. Ellis Car Customs, where if I don't do it, it don't get done. Welcome back to my returning viewers. Welcome aboard to anybody who's new, who wants to check this out. I've been reading the comments and suggestions, and everybody said, well, not everybody, a few people say, talk a little less, work a little more. Probably not a bad idea. Some people want to see more work. I don't blame you. I just want to walk the fine line between too much work and boring content and whatever. But what we're going to do today, moving right along, is these rotten bits on both sides. We're going to make new pieces for here so that we can mock in our tail panel here, which I got over here. So we want to be able to fit that sucker in there and have some fresh metal to hook it to. So it's about the same on both sides, so I'll have to make up some pieces. Right now I'm just cleaning it up and figuring out how far up the rust goes, because you can see right along here this is all rusty here, so it's going to have to be cut out. The lip is okay, but just this side of the lip is bad, and there's a little pinhole there, so you probably wind up cutting out this whole section to get it all. But that's what we're going to work on today. And also I'm going to make I wonder if I have that piece. I don't have it right handy, but there's a couple of pieces that hook to the bottom of this, and they hook to the bottom of this pan, and they get a stupid amount of money for them for what they are. So I'm gonna, there it is right there. This piece right here, it just hooks to the bottom of that, and then this piece here hooks to the bottom of the tail pan. So all I need to do is make a piece there and put a rib in it or whatever to stiffen it up. And I've got this one to go by, so I can use that one as a pattern. And we'll make a couple of them up, weld them in. But I'm gonna get to work here, and I'll bring you along a little more frequently and show you just what I'm up to as far as forming these things up, bending them up, making them fit, do what they're supposed to do. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, so I decided I'm going to make this patch area in two pieces. We'll make a piece for the top that'll get rid of all this, and just kind of roughly bend it to the shape you need. And then I went around and just scribed the edge of it so I know where to cut this out to fly in my new piece. I figure that this bottom piece is going to be a little more complex, because it's got to have a lip here, and it's got to have this channel here for the rubber dust shield thing that goes in the back, and all this stuff here is kind of choppy, so we're going to have some weird bends and some angles and stuff. So I figured start out by fixing the easy part. So I'll cut that out and show you what it looks like, and then we'll fly that new piece in there and zip it on and see how it looks. I'll bring you back. So we got our new piece mocked up in there. Got some magnets holding it. I stuck the tail pan on, and it lined right up with the hole in the brace there, so, and the hinge locations look right, so I think we got that nailed down where it's supposed to be. But that way I know the curve it has to follow, where it has to end. So this is just temporarily here so I can make this piece, and I'll tack that one in there and I'll give you a look at it. So we've got that piece all welded in there. You can see that was the rusty piece we took out. So we got rid of that. Can't hurt nobody anymore. So the next thing I want to do is start working on this bottom bit here. And usually what I'll do if it's something kind of complicated like this is just kind of get a rough estimate of how big the piece has to be, make it a little oversized, because you can always cut a little bit more off. It's hard to put it back on, but you know, I'll measure you know, roughly what I need to get down to that lip, and then what I need to get over to that lip, and cut a piece slightly oversized and start forming it to that shape, and just keep flying it in there and checking it against the car to see if you're getting close. And I'll cut up a piece there and give you an idea when I get that done and bring you back. So this piece has a lot of complex shapes going on with it. I mean, you've got to have the groove there for the rubber flapper that goes in behind the bumper. Because once the bumper's in there, you don't really see this stuff. It's all kind of covered up. So we don't have to be perfect. But we've got our lip bent into that. And I've got it following along there. And now, it's one of them things where it's such a bugger of a piece that I'm kind of making it in pieces. And we'll stitch it together. And then when we know it's going to fit, we'll trace it out and cut the rusty stuff off and put some clean metal there. So I'll do the next step of this and I'll show you how that looks. So we made us a real goofy looking part here, but it'll replace all that rusty garbage down there. So basically what we're going to do is fly that piece in there, you know, rough it in there. But she's going to fit in there. I've had it in and out a few times. And we'll scribe around it to cut all that stuff out so we can fly this piece in and stitch it on there. And I'll show you what it looks like when we get her stitched on there. So there, I got the rusty garbage cut out and flew in that new piece we made, welded her up. She's good and solid, and I'll pull this tail panel off. I just got to do a little work on the lip there so I can weld it to the tail panel, but at least it gives us what we were looking for as far as strength goes. I just gotta continue it around the corner there where I left off and fix up where this indent where the bumper goes in, and you know, cut out this rusty garbage there and have a nice straight lip all the way across, and do the same thing on the other side. I know we're not doing the glorious stuff like welding roofs on and you know, cutting out floors and you know, the crazy stuff that we had to do to get to the point that we're at. But it's these little steps that get you just that much closer to seeing the dream come true. So hopefully I showed a little bit more work without being too boring and tedious. So that's what we got done this New Year's Eve. I want to wish you all a Happy New Year's. I hope I see you next year. And I hope all your wishes come true. And you know, don't make any New Year's resolutions that are too hard to keep, because you know, you don't want to quit after a week. But glad you stopped by, and I hope you come back and tell your friends, and tell your friends tell their friends, and we'll all meet here at the shop and have a beer. All right, take care, everybody.